Well, hey kids, it's Fenton G here, and welcome to This Is Your Lighthouse Moment, or it's my lighthouse moment today, but welcome to the Eastpoint Lighthouse in Heislerville, southern New Jersey, Cumberland County. It's a historical landmark, and it's on the Delaware Bay, not the ocean, but we're at the largest part of the Delaware Bay, where many big ships go from across the world and up into Philadelphia area, and the different refineries and different loading docks in Camden as well. So I'll give you a little panoramic view of where I'm at. I'm actually at the top. This lighthouse isn't very tall. I'll send you pictures later, but I don't know the exact facts of the height of this lighthouse, but I'll try to get that to you later, or you can look it up. But this is the final stairs that I had to come up. And if you know me, I have problems with walking, so it took me about 10 minutes to get up here. 20 years ago, it took me a minute and a half. But where there's a will, there's a way. But they said I could turn the actual lighthouse light beacon on, which is a treat. Because this is a working lighthouse for the Delaware Bay. So I was like, I gotta make it to the top so I can turn it on. So, all right, so here we go. I'm gonna turn it on, ready? It's a little, it comes on, it's not like a huge Fresnel lens that, some of the lighthouses have, but this can be seen over 5 miles. So if there's ships coming up behind me in the Delaware Bay, as you can see, they can see this light so they don't run into the shoals, and that's looking south towards Dover, Delaware. And then if you come around here, that's looking up the state. That's New Jersey here, because you can't see Delaware. Actually, you can a little bit. Actually, you can see Delaware from here, I think. Unless that's just a shadow on the bay. But anyway, that's New Jersey. That's one of the fish plants over there. And that's the famous Maurice River over there. So, and then there's picnic benches down there, and some other wonderful areas to bring your whole family down. It's not easy to get to. It's in southern New Jersey, but it's off the beaten track, and we live in a wetlands. All this part of southern New Jersey is considered marsh or wetlands. So to get out here, you have to find the little scraggly roads, county roads. There's no major state highway. The closest one is 47, and that's how you get out here once you get to Route 47. So just put it in Google Maps, put in Eastpoint Lighthouse, and it will get you here. But when you're driving out, you're like, where are we going? It's like the road to nowhere. But we're right on the Delaware Bay, and without further ado, I'm going to light, me personally, I am going to light the Eastpoint Lighthouse. You ready? Drum roll, please. Don't screw it up, Fent. There's boats out there counting on you. Ready? All right. All right. Here's the beacon. And let's see. Can we see it? I'm gonna light it. Ready? 3, 2, 1, 0. There it is, baby. Yeah. FG did it. He's got the power of the lighthouse in his hands. That's right. Just don't tell the state. They might come down and lock this place up. But it's not owned by the state. We don't want it to be owned by the state. We want it to be kept privately funded through folks like you to donate this awesome lighthouse. It's part of the Lighthouse Challenge. If you're into the Lighthouse Challenge, which is all around the Atlantic Ocean and then up the Delaware Bay, there's several lighthouses. I'm not sure how many altogether, but it starts, I think, in Sandy Hook near New York City on the Jersey side, all the way down to Cape May Lighthouse, and then up the river here is Eastpoint, and then there's a couple more in the bay as you go up, and there's a couple taller ones as the Delaware Bay becomes the Delaware River. But I also have another little factoid for you. I was asked by somebody today from North Jersey. They said, when does it become fresh water? When does the Delaware River become fresh water? Because if you are from North Jersey, you probably have been to the Delaware water gap up there, and that's all fresh water, and the river's small. But you actually have to come all the way down past Trenton to get to one of the spill-offs, where I believe it's right before I want to say the Burlington-Bristol Bridge. So it might be between the Burlington-Bristol and the Tacony-Palmyra, but there's a spill-off. I remember working out there a long time ago. I was in a boat, tried to drive up north as far as I could, and then there's a spill-off. It's about 15 feet, maybe 20 feet high, and that's where the fresh water comes over and into the tidal influenced. Or in that little area could be considered brackish, but mostly salt though, because it's tidal influenced. But above Trenton, it's all freshwater. So that's where Washington crossed north of Trenton at Washington's Crossing, and that froze when he did it on December 25th. And what they say is the rest is history. So, well, it's 5 minutes of video, so I don't know what I can get out to you guys, but I was very excited to make it to the top, light the lighthouse today on their 175th anniversary of the lighthouse. So it's a very special day here. Happy anniversary, Eastpoint Lighthouse, and all the volunteers who rebuilt this place inside and out. It was ready to fall into the bay back here. I mean, they have I think the Corps of Army Engineers put the berms out here to keep the bay from encroaching, you know. I mean, they call it climate change or global warming, all that stuff. I've lived here most of my life, and to be honest with you, I think I'm all for controlling pollution. Trust me. I mean, I used to drive over into Philadelphia when I was like 8, 9 years old, and you could hardly breathe. And now everything's scrubbed, like all the tubes that go up and the coal burning, everything's scrubbed. It's cleaned. So coal, like, don't say bad things about coal or oil because they scrub it. They keep the pollution. It's science too. They make wonderful wallboard. Gypsum is a result of scrubbing coal and oil, and you can make, you know, if you buy a house and you have drywall in your house, a lot of that comes from the scrubbed material from coal fire electric plants. So, you know, do the research. You know, don't listen to me. Do the research. But I have experience in it, so you can listen to me because I've been there, seen it, seen the facts. I've seen people at work. I used to work at the Beasley's power plant, which could have been a natural gas plant, but they tore that down, blew it up. Now it's no longer a power plant. So now we got to rely on nuclear power, so which is a clean fuel. I mean, people are afraid of it. Don't be afraid. It's part of nature. Plutonium and uranium is part of the earth. It's part of this planet. But here I go, off on a tangent. And if you know me, that's typical. So happy birthday, Eastpoint Lighthouse. Love you all. Thanks for listening. And hopefully I can make it back down steps. My journey's only half over. But they say going down is easier than coming up. All right, we'll see. I'll send a post one later. All right, FG out.